Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It's Friday evening, the weekend is here, and tonight we are talking about green credentials or eco-friendly type stuffs. And basically where it's come from is it started in my brain when I saw that Tesla are reducing the prices of their electric vehicles because sales have slowed down. After seeing the utter chaos of people trying to find charging points at the Christmas break, and having to wait hours for them, yeah, it's not a good thing. So there I am, having a bit look at this. Oh, Tesla's reducing their prices, and I'm like, right, so everyone's going to go, oh, but electric vehicles are the way to go. But you've also got the thing that is, we had a questionnaire. The government survey people phoned the office today and they gave me a questionnaire. And they were like, oh, do you have a cycle to work scheme? You know, the one where you can get, your employer will give you cheap money to buy a bike or something. And I was like, mate, we're in Scotland, behave. And bless her, she just laughed. And I think this is something where the centralisation of government is a huge problem, because so many of them are based in London or, Manchester, even Birmingham, big cities, very populated areas where a lot of the weather you're protected from by the buildings round about, etc., etc. But then if you start coming out to rural, especially hilly rural, where you get snow and sleet and cold, that just doesn't work. It just does not work. Because cycle to work, now I am exceedingly lucky that I live 3 miles away from my job. The majority of people in the local town work in the bigger town of Perth. So you're talking minimum 10 miles away. Now, lots of all the other outlying small towns work there. They can't cycle to and from work every day. Don't be silly. That's not going to happen. And as for solar, yes, I know it doesn't have to be sunny. However, when you're further up north, you get less UV rays. If you're rural, there's more trees to block the thing. And it's just like, these policies are made by people sitting in offices in big cities. And I mean, as for that Oxford 15 minutes city, are you having a laugh? What's that? Thou shalt not cross. I'm sorry, what? Do we not have freedom to wander where we will, etc., etc.? But oh no, it's taking your car. So what about the people who live rural? Are they only allowed to go into one section of Oxford? If your village is at the east side of Oxford, you're only allowed to go in that little 15-minute square when you come in from the east. Who knows? To be honest, I haven't looked it up enough. But I do think that, there was talk on, was it Radio 4 when I was coming home from work? And they were saying that the government's not investing enough in the new technologies. 50% of the energy that's getting used now, approximately 50%, is renewables, which is great. I am all for that. However, this rubbish about electric cars, when they dig out 10 tonnes of whatever it is to get the lithium and the whatever it is for the batteries, that's not eco-friendly. Nor is petrol or diesel either. But see, before you start taking away the car that people use to get to work and go to their shops, do you want to maybe try about the private jets first? Because they put out an awful lot more emissions. And I read some report today where the emissions went up so much at the COP conference as all the world leaders flew in. Really? It's just, personally, I think that they're looking in the wrong places to try and do this. They really are. They are just looking in the wrong places. And Tesla having to drop the price of their cars, I think is probably sensible. I think we need to stall on the electric cars, because we're already struggling for power as it is. And to try, I know that they were talking about if you have a new home built, new built homes, should have electric chargers with them. They were already talking about power cuts this year. What do you think is going to happen next winter? You know, yes, we could have a mild winter, and yes, it's getting warmer, we probably will. But in the holidays, at Christmas, when so many people started moving, whatever small percentage of electric vehicles are on the roads in the UK, we're struggling to get charged. So I think they maybe need to look at the schematics and the demographics of this first, before they start saying, oh, we should all do this. Yes, it's great. Yes, it's great technology. Let's stop for a minute and see just how we can sort it out properly. Because personally, I think stopping the private jets from zipping up and down the country would save a lot more emissions than stopping some poor woman like me from driving to my work. That's my thought for this evening. So I hope you have a good one, and I will catch you later.